Hey guys, this is the Don with Overlanding Anglers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we were going to shoot Exploring Oklahoma episode 3, but we had a little bit of Old Man Winter showing up saying he's not quite done with Oklahoma yet. So as you can see behind me, guys, this is 100% sleet. This is not snow, so this is little pellets of ice, and it is very, very slippery. So I'm going to do a really quick tutorial, especially if you're like me. You didn't adequately prepare for the impending winter weather, and you might find yourself needing to go to Chick-fil-A to get breakfast. So today we're going to do that, but we're going to talk about multi-terrain select because this is the perfect weather to do it in. The first thing that we're going to need to do is make sure that our vehicle is nice and warm. Make sure that your transfer case is warm, your engine is warmed up, everything is at peak operating temperatures before we try to engage it. So let's go, because I'm freezing.
Now, step 2 in our checklist on multi-terrain select is to shift into 4-wheel drive. For these driving conditions, 4 high is where we need to be. Now, we are heading to Lowe's to pick up firewood. As I said, woefully underprepared for this winter storm. But this gives us a chance to talk about multi-terrain select and find an empty parking lot to do this. Now that I've satisfied my inner child, let's talk about multi-terrain select.
So multi-terrain select is in essence a tiered and variable version of Toyota's A-Track system. A-Track has been around since Y2K and started on the Big Daddy Land Cruisers and filtered down through the rest of Toyota's off-road lineup. Now, to summarize our last video, Understanding Differentials, the Toyota off-road lineup utilizes a open front and rear differential, which is great for turning, but not necessarily for traction. Torque follows the same principles of electricity, as in it follows the path of least resistance. So, if you have 1 or 2 tires that lose traction, power and torque will follow and go to those wheels without traction, leaving the tires with traction with no power. So that leaves you stuck. A-Track simulates a partial limited slip differential. When the system senses that 1 or 2 of those tires are spinning rapidly and the others aren't, it will apply the brakes specifically to those wheels that have lost traction, the ones that are spinning, and through the magic of physics will shift the power through the differential to the wheels with traction. That will make sure that you get moving again. It will help to get you unstuck. Now, multi-terrain select has 4 or 5 modes depending on which model you have. We have 4 here in the War Machine, and those are
Mud, Sand, Dirt, Loose Rock, Mogul, and Rock.
Mud, Sand, and Dirt allows a specific amount of programmed wheel slippage. Now, that amount of programmed wheel slippage decreases each level that you move up in the system. The only setting available to you in 4 high is Mud, Sand, and Dirt, with the following 3 being available in 4 low. All right, guys, here is the tricky part, okay? Now, when using this system, you're gonna have to reprogram your brain. Most of us are hardwired and programmed that when we start to feel a slide or a slip, we immediately let off the accelerator. But just like your ABS system requires you to stay on the brake when the system activates, this system requires you to stay on the accelerator and actually give it just a little bit more acceleration. The system cannot work unless you're giving it gas, because it won't be able to apply brake and send power through to the other wheels that have traction. So when you're using this system, remember, when you start to slip or slide, give it some gas and it'll straighten right out. Now, let's play around with it. Let's talk about how to go into multi-terrain select, and let's do some demonstrations. All right, let's go.
Now, let's start by taking some turns in the neighborhood using 4 high without multi-terrain select. This may not look very dramatic on camera, but it was very noticeable from the driver's seat. Now, let's stop and activate multi-terrain select and see the difference. Our third step in the multi-terrain select process will be to stop and shift into neutral. Then, locate the multi-terrain select dial and turn it on. You will notice the multi-terrain select light on your dash come on, and it will display the selected setting. Then shift into drive, and you're ready to go. Let's try taking the same turns using multi-terrain select. As you can see, the drama is gone. There was one slip, but the system immediately engaged and straightened everything out. Multi-terrain select in mud, sand, dirt setting is very useful for deep snow. When you're done using multi-terrain select, simply depress the dial and the system will be disengaged. Now once we help this lady out, let's go home.
All right, guys, we have completed our mission and we are back home. I hope you learned a little bit about how multi-terrain select works and how it can help you out in snowy conditions. And we will do another video on it later. We will do another video on A-Track and the crawl control. But guys, I am freezing and I am really looking forward to getting inside and warming up by the fireplace. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe, keep exploring, have a good one. Bye, guys.